Hey guys, it's Morgan from Highland Cycles coming to you with a video. We're going to be installing graphics on this 2019 YZ250F. I know I get a lot of questions about that actually, how to do it, make it look good, all that stuff. So yeah, join us for this little video. This kid is a real fast kid and we're going to put some cool graphics on it so you can go racing and look good. So one of the keys to doing this right obviously is prepping the bike and making it nice and clean before you start. This thing's basically brand new. He has roasted the tire off of it already, but he hasn't done anything else to it. So we got to get these stickers off of here and kind of go around the bike, make sure there's nothing already on there that we want to get rid of. Sometimes these stickers come off no problem. Other times they are a pain in the butt. These ones are kind of being a pain. So we are going to use the heat gun on this to get these off. You can use... If you want, you can use a hair dryer. I just have a heat gun here. You got to be a little careful with heat guns because they get real hot.
Somebody's gonna get high and it's gonna be me. Somebody's gonna get wild and it's gonna be me.
Just like that. It came right off. When you use a heat gun, it actually really makes that so much easier. Obviously, he's been riding the bike, his boots and stuff like that, so we're going to clean all that stuff up too. He's got a few scratches. That won't be a big deal. We got good graphics on it, so should go over that no problem. Already got the little stickers off the front, so now I like to take some brake parts cleaner and spray the whole thing down and get any kind of oils off, whether they be from your hands or anything else like that. Go around with brake parts cleaner, spray it down, nice clean rag, wipe that off, get it all prepped and ready to go.
It's gonna be me. Somebody's gonna get wild and it's gonna be me. I'm out of touch with the love of so much. Somebody's gonna get high and it's gonna be me.
Alright, so got the bike clean now. Let's pull these graphics out. These aren't our graphics, they're just graphics he wants us to install. So I don't even know what they look like yet. So let's take a look. So, look pretty good. There's lots of parts to these new YZs, so gotta sort through them all. Front fender, numbers, back fender. So I'll start with the back fender. It's a nice big piece, cover up a whole bunch right away. So one of the keys to doing this the right way is, well, there's two parts to doing this the right way that are super important. One, soapy water. I know that doesn't make any sense, but you'll see how it works. And the other is that heat gun that we used before. So I'm going to start by taking some soapy water, spraying it on the plastic, and then we're going to take the graphics and put it on top of the soapy water. Now, I know that doesn't seem to make sense, but what will happen is it allows us to set the graphics down, move them a little bit, and then we're going to start to work that water out, and eventually that'll evaporate through the graphics. It'll all stick really good and be perfect. But the nice thing is it gives us some time to kind of move it around before it sticks. Now, peel this guy off. And if there's a hole or anything, I use that to kind of line things up first. Set that down. And again, since it's on soapy water, we can kind of move it around before we have to commit, right? So now we feel pretty good about that. Now, grab the heat gun. Start working it on there. So you can see I'm able to move this thing around without it sticking because of that water, that soapy water. But slowly, as we keep adding heat to it and keep pushing it, that will start to dry up, and then it'll stick really good. One of the things that happens on a used bike when you're putting graphics on it is you might have some scratches in the plastic, and unless you want to just replace all the plastic, which is never a bad idea, there is a little tip to making that work. So you look right here, we got some scratches. They're not horrible scratches, but what we don't want is for that to cause the new graphics to bubble up right there. So what I do is I take some emery cloth and just kind of smooth that out. And it doesn't matter that you're going to dull this, obviously, because we're putting new graphics on it. We want to make it just nice and smooth so that you can't see anything through the new graphics. So just do that. Feel that? A little bit left there. All right, feels good. Now we're going to do this side. Another quick point. I like to put graphics on the bike when it's actually on the bike. That's a personal preference, but for me, it allows me to kind of push and pull and whatever on the plastics without it moving all over the place. I've tried doing it off the bike, and I just don't have as good of results because, like I said, as you're trying to move it around, the plastic seems to me to move all over the place. Maybe some of you guys have a better idea. You know, put a comment in the comment section here and let me know if you do it a different way. Like I said, I do it this way. It works out really good for us. And honestly, another huge key to this is patience. And don't freak out if it's a little bit off. That's why we put the soapy water on there so you can move it around a little bit. And you just use the heat gun or the hairdryer or whatever, just nice sparingly, and just slowly but surely get it all dialed in. You end up with nice clean lines. Got a little bit, see, you got a little bit of a bump there. It's all right. We can just come back in here, push on that. There we go. Come down. It's looking good. So now, work on the top part. Again, we'll spray it down. Go ahead. So I'm not going to bore you with keeping going, but we'll just keep going here. We'll get it all dialed in and check in as we get close to the end. So the deal is when you're putting graphics on, rarely does it go perfectly. You get them all on there, get all the bubbles out that you can. But here's the deal, not everything always lines up. So let me just show you a little trick that I learned long ago. First of all, don't freak out if something doesn't quite line up, because you can fix it. So let me show you something here. If you come down here, you can see that this hole didn't quite line up because I started over here, and anyway, didn't quite get her lined up. So what you do is get yourself a nice sharp razor, and you can come around the hole, and you want to be careful, obviously, not to go crazy. There we go. Let's get that out. Now we can clean it up even more. And again, it's a dirt bike, so it's going to get crashed. It's going to get wadded up. The reality is these plastics aren't going to look great, perfect for that long anyway. So we just want to make them look good. Be ready to go. So I got to put a seat cover on this thing too, so we're going to do that here right away. But there you go. The few keys to putting graphics on. One, get a heat gun or a hair dryer. Soapy water on the plastic to help put it on there and then line it up. And then the biggest thing is patience. Tons and tons of patience, because it just takes a while to get this thing right and get all the bubbles out. So hope that helps you guys. I hope you like that video. If we've earned your subscription, I'd love it if you hit the subscribe button and go ahead and hit the little notification bell, because that way you'll know when we do all our new videos. Thanks a lot, guys. Get out, spread the gospel of two wheels, and please, no matter what, I hope you find some time to ride your dirt bikes.